4 degrees. Now be careful.
Whether you're getting the kids ready for school or driving to work like me, the radio plays a big part in getting your morning off to a good start. And here in southern New England, the man who's given us more of those good mornings than anyone else is Salty Brine. For over 37 years, Salty's been treating us to his own special brand of information and humor. And tonight, PM is proud to introduce you to Rhode Island's very own pilot of the airwaves.
Pilot of the airwaves.
And Rhodey concurs. 16 before 6, WPRO time.
Well, when he comes on, he's the best thing on AM radio, I guess.
Because he's a good fella, that's why he knows all about everything.
Here is my request.
Well, folks, this is going to be an interesting morning. It's already started out that way.
He's a together guy.
I like he and Larry Kruger. I think they make a good team.
You don't have to play it, but I hope you'll do your best.
Well, listen to this.
Road call.
It's slippery out there.
He doesn't get beat around the bush like a lot of them do. What do I think of Salty Brine? He's a beautiful man. I've been listening to him since I was like 10 years old.
I've been listening to your show on the radio.
He's a Rhode Island tradition, that's why.
And you seem like a friend to me.
And right now, it's traffic building up at exits 21 at 12th Avenue and 23, the state offices. A slight delay at South Main Street exit. Thank you, Goomba Del Pico.
All right, from the Silver Lake section, otherwise known as the Foot.
And now we have a birthday greeting for Jerry Hutchinson. He's 10 years old today, according to his mom, and Kevin, and Lisa, his Toto.
For the past 37 years, New Englanders have been waking up with Salty Brine. And this, the Brine Broadcasting Center in East Providence, is the professional home of Salty and his on-air partner, Larry Kruger. But Salty has another home, this one on Narragansett Bay, and another partner that he frequently talks about on the air, his wife, Mickey. They've been together for 36 years.
Well, I had an opportunity to come to Rhode Island through an audition that I took in Boston. And the program director in Rhode Island heard about me through that station. So I came down for an interview and an audition. They always give you an audition. And I was hired 1942, September.
We've never moved from PRO, actually.
No.
I don't know
we
what...
don't change jobs.
I don't know what that's like.
We do move, though.
Yeah, but I don't know what that is like. I would think I might not like it.
Not many of Salty's fans would like it either, and he's got plenty of them. And a lot of them were made through Salty's work on charities like muscular dystrophy. And of course, longtime fans of Salty will remember Jeff, his faithful canine companion. Together, the two of them hosted Salty's Shack, one of the most popular local children's shows of the 1960s.
And it was Monday through Friday, every night in the week, live programming, which I've always said is so far superior to anything that you do on tape.
The mistakes.
The mistakes are there for people to see, and they love to see mistakes.
Yeah.
People love to see mistakes on television, but there were certainly many, many mistakes on the Shack. I think it's a lot of work putting on a TV program. I think it's easier and less complicated doing a radio show like the morning team.
And that morning team consists not only of Salty and Larry, but newsmen Bud Taves and Frank Daly as well.
Good morning, everyone. We have a minute and a half right now after 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, 33 degrees, 1 degree Celsius. I'm Frank Daly alongside Bud Taves, and we're brought to you by Baker Ford at 8.
The Salty Brine is the same here on our radio station, working with us, working with me, treats me the same as he treats anybody out on the street. If you were to sit with Salty at a diner having breakfast with a bunch of people over in East Providence, I think that you'd find that he's the same. He's the same on camera, on microphone, as he is in a diner, and I think that's the key to his success.
Salty is a very human guy, and as many years as I've known him, he's never changed one iota from the early days. Now, 25 years ago, he's the same thing today as he was then. He's a very human individual, and he's a very compassionate man. He's a pro, and he's liked by everybody, including myself.
Well, you talk about your weekend. Larry and I were, of course, at the bridal fair on Saturday evening.
Right at the Chateau de Ville.
Brides-to-be lots of advice.
And did you ever give them advice? I thought you'd never shut up. 37 years of advice.
What kind of advice? What is the most important piece of advice for newlyweds, Mr. Brine?
That they love one another.
Oh, yeah. And personality-wise, what should they have? What do you think is the most important
Sense of humor. They always say sense of humor,
yeah. Yeah, you and Mickey have a sense of humor, don't you?
Oh, does she ever make me laugh?
Hey, speaking of weddings, it's time now for the educational portion of the program.
I think enthusiasm is the key to his style on the air, and I think enthusiasm is infectious. Everybody feeds on it, and before you know it, we're all up here and we're all working and happy, and it's just a great family type of atmosphere on the radio. Now, I think in our relationship, one reason it's worked so well is that he's allowed me to come into his bubble, into his very own home, as it were, and it's just been a very comfortable thing. And I can't say enough about him.
Pilot of the airways, here is my request. You don't have to play it, but I hope you'll do your best. I've been listening to your show on the radio.
Brush your teeth and say your prayers.
And you seem like a friend to me.